Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aislinn and you should totally subscribe so you don't miss another video like this one. Today we are going to be picking my April TBR. More specifically, GOODREADS herself is going to be picking my April TBR. Now how I'm going to do this is I don't have every single book that I own on my GOODREADS, which I probably honestly should, and I have a lot of books that I don't own on my GOODREADS. Honestly, I just need to go through my GOODREADS and re-update it, but until then, we're going to go through my want to read, and I think I'm just trying to decide, well, I've kind of been mulling it over my head if I want to do lowest rated or highest rated, and I think we're going to do highest rated. So let's pick our books for the month of April. So some of you guys may or may not know, I started I started the Throne of Glass series like a couple months ago, so I'm not really looking to start another fantasy series right now, so we're just going to be looking at romance books. So yeah, I guess this is also just a strictly romance TBR because obviously because I'm actually on the tandem read, so those two books, Empire of Storm and Tower of Dawn, are like automatically on my TBR because I want to read them this month. So let's pick. Even though I'm picking only romance books, if it's a romance book in a series, then I will not be picking it unless it's the first book. So just because I scrolled through and literally not the first book, but the second book is Redeeming Six, which is the fourth book in the Boys of Tommen series. I haven't even read Binding 13, so obviously I'm not going to jump all the way that far into the series, but the first book that is the first romance book that is the first in the series that is the highest rated is Binding 13 with the 4.4 stars. So let's go grab her. All right, y'all, I found her. She was in my other library. She was on my other bookshelf. So here she is, Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is the first book in the Boys of Tommen series. First of all, I immediately love these books because of how like big and floppy they are. But I also know that they're on Kindle Unlimited, so if I don't want to deal with the tiny writing, I can just read them on Kindle. So yeah, I really don't know much about this series. I've heard that there's like a little bit of trigger warnings throughout the series, so to kind of like be wary of that, but I'm not sure. As you guys may or may not know, you should know by now if you've been a frequent watcher, follower. But I don't like to read the back of books. I like to go into them blind, so all I know is that it's a romance series and I think it's set in Ireland, and that's about as much as I can tell you about Binding 13. All right, book number 2. Looks like it's going to be Full Tilt by Emma Scott with a 4.36 rating. I'm actually going to check on Kindle first because I do not own that book. All right, so I did find it on Kindle Unlimited. There you go. Full Tilt by Emma Scott, Kindle Unlimited. There's our second book. I think I heard... See, I don't even remember who I heard this book from. I think I heard it from one of Sarah Crowley's videos. I have literally no idea what this book is about. Absolutely nothing. I don't remember anything, but it has a 4.36 rating, so I'll take it, I guess. All right, book number 3. Okay, so this is where it's gonna start to get a little tricky because next is Wild and Wrangled, which is the 4th book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I have read all 3 books. I'm actually waiting for this one to come out, but I don't know if I'll be able to get it, so I'm gonna put this in like the maybe TBR. Like, this may or may not be on my TBR if I can get a hold of the book by the end, like before the end of this month, which I should, because I think it literally comes out within this next like week and a half or so. I could be so wrong. I don't remember. It's literally right here. Oh, April 15th. So we're gonna add her to the TBR. Okay. Book number 3 is Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. This is, like I said, the 4th book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. We get Dusty and, oh my gosh, I cannot remember her name. Cam, I think is her. See, this is the problem with reading a lot of cowboy romance books, is you kind of just like, they all start to mush together. But I think it's Dusty and Cam. I could be so wrong. If I'm wrong, go ahead and feel free to correct me in the comments because I don't want to be spreading false information. But I'm super excited for this book. We got a little sneak peek at the end of Lost and Lassoed, and I need more. So yeah, let's choose our last and final book for the month of April. Guys, I'm so excited for this last book. I actually just bought her. Literally just bought her. She's got a 4.28 rating. Obviously, you already know what I'm talking about. Well, actually, no, you don't, because I'm not going to show you the screen recording yet. Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft. Yeah. Let me just go get her real quick. This angel of a book. Let's just, I'm just gonna give y'all a moment to appreciate this. Okay, here you go. Yeah. Yeah. I actually don't know what the other side of it. Oh, it's a beautiful blue. But yeah. Yeah. Alright, so this book, I literally have not been able to shut up about this book. So this is Queen Clarion and Lord Mallory's love story. If you guys have seen the Tinkerbell, I'm blanking on the name of the freaking movie, but it's the one where Tinkerbell finds out she has a sister and the sister's part of the winter seasons. Yeah, this is it. And you know, it's like, oh, once there were two fairies who fell in love. One was from the colder seasons, the other was from the warmer months, and then one day one broke its wing and yeah. Child me is gonna be so happy to read this. I mean, adult me is insanely excited to read this. So yeah, this is gonna be our 4th book for the month of April, which I'm so excited. Anyways, alright, that was honestly pretty quick and easy. I think it honestly helps that I don't choose too many books. I wish I could choose more books. Honestly, if I get a little faster with reading, maybe I can start choosing more books, or maybe if I can just find more time to read, I'll start choosing more books. But 4 to 5 is kind of like the sweet spot for me, especially because a lot of times I don't ever get to my TBR books, or I end up reading other books because something else seems more interesting than these. So yeah, but yeah, I'm actually really happy with all 4 of the books that I picked. So to conclude, Goodreads chose for us Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh, Full Tilt by Emma Scott, Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage, and Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft. Like I said, I'm honestly really happy with this month's TBR choosings. I really hope that I can get to them. And then on like my personal TBR or whatever, I'm also obviously going to try and read the Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms tandem read. So wish me luck with that because I am terrified. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all of my other social medias, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.